In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 11, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Golden State Warriors versus San Antonio Spurs. On Monday, the San Antonio Spurs are set to host the Golden State Warriors. The first leg of this home and away series favored the Spurs as they emerged victorious with a final score of 126-113 in a game held at Golden State. The Golden State Warriors find themselves in a recent slump, having lost 3 of their last 4 games overall. Eager to break this unfavorable streak, they aim to avoid a third consecutive defeat following a substantial 126-113 loss to the underdog Spurs on Saturday. In that match, Klay Thompson led the Warriors with 27 points off the bench, shooting 8 of 16. Jonathan Kuminga contributed 26 points on 10 of 17 shooting, while Trayce Jackson-Davis added 11 points. Despite shooting 46% from the field and 10 of 30 from beyond the arc, the Warriors struggled to match the Spurs' intensity from the start. Falling behind by 21 points after a meager 16-point second quarter, they faced an uphill battle throughout the game. On the flip side, the San Antonio Spurs have experienced a resurgence with 3 wins in their last 5 games. Coming off a surprising upset road win against the Warriors on Saturday, they are determined to stay hot. Keldon Johnson played a pivotal role, leading the team with 22 points and 11 rebounds off the bench. Jeremy Sochan and Malaki Branham each scored 20 points, and Dominic Barlow contributed 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Spurs shot an impressive 51% from the field and 17 of 33 from the three-point line. Their early 21-point lead paved the way for a victory, although they had to fend off a late charge from the Warriors, who scored 70 points in the second half. In terms of player availability, the Warriors are dealing with a shortage, with Stephen Curry sidelined once again. Conversely, the Spurs are still without Cedi Osman and Charles Bassey. Notably, San Antonio secured their previous victory against Golden State at the Chase Center without Devin Vassell and Victor Wembanyama. During that game, the Spurs exhibited sharpshooting prowess, connecting on 51.5% of their three-point attempts. Keldon Johnson led the charge with 22 points and 11 rebounds, while 4 other players combined for an impressive 76 points. The Warriors, missing Curry, struggled from beyond the arc and were out-rebounded 49-39. Golden State found themselves trailing by as many as 21 points, and their lead peaked at only 2. As the matchup looms, the absence of Curry for the Warriors persists, while Vassell and Wembanyama are expected to take the court for San Antonio. With the Warriors having dropped 3 of their last 4 games, and the Spurs boasting a 7-3 against the spread record in their last 10 games overall, the odds favor the Spurs at least covering the spread at home. Their recent successes against formidable opponents like Golden State, Indiana, and Oklahoma City instill confidence in their ability to keep the score close, particularly with Curry sidelined. Thus, the San Antonio Spurs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In an unusual turn of events, 2 teams ranking in the top 10 in terms of pace find themselves facing a total under 230. Despite the typically high-paced nature of both squads, both the Spurs and the Warriors have struggled with ball security throughout the season, leading to dead possessions and squandered opportunities on the court. Adding to the complexity, the Warriors have encountered difficulties in the painted area, while the Spurs have faced challenges in connecting from beyond the arc. These factors align with the strengths of each defense and are likely to result in strained offensive possessions. Although the pace may be present, both teams have exhibited a slower style of play in their recent 6 games. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Raptors versus Denver Nuggets. On Monday, March 11th, the Toronto Raptors will embark on an away game against the Denver Nuggets. This encounter holds significance for the Raptors, who currently find themselves in the 12th position in the Eastern Conference with an overall record of 23 wins and 31 losses this season. Their recent performance has been less than stellar, enduring a 3-game losing streak prior to facing the defending champions. In contrast, the Nuggets boast a commendable overall record of 44 wins and 20 losses, securing the second spot in the competitive Western Conference, trailing the Thunder by just 1 game for the top position. Entering the matchup, the Toronto Raptors grapple with a series of setbacks, having lost 5 of their last 6 games. Eager to break free from their 3-game skid, they suffered a 128-118 overtime road defeat against the Trail Blazers on Saturday. Despite a valiant effort, highlighted by Emmanuel Quickley's 29 points and 7 assists, Gary Trent Jr.'s 23 points, and Chris Boucher's 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks, the Raptors fell short. Their overall shooting performance stood at 47% from the field and 16 of 43 from beyond the arc, showcasing resilience in erasing a 21-point deficit, only to succumb to a double-digit loss in overtime. Conversely, the Denver Nuggets approached the matchup in peak form, having won 8 of their last 9 games. Their pursuit of a third consecutive victory follows a dominant 142-121 home win against the struggling Jazz on Saturday, spearheaded by Jamal Murray's 37 points and 7 assists, Nikola Jokic's 26 points with 8 assists, and Michael Porter Jr.'s 19 points on 8 of 13 shooting. The Nuggets exhibited a scorching 66% shooting from the field and 19 of 32 from the three-point line. Despite facing a minor scare with the Jazz narrowing the gap to 14 points, the Nuggets showcased their prowess in the first half, establishing a commanding lead of up to 39 points. In terms of player availability, the Toronto Raptors remain without key contributors such as Bruce Brown, Jakob Poeltl, and Scotty Barnes. Barnes, the second leading scorer and rebounder at the time of his injury, leaves a significant void in the Raptors lineup. Additionally, leading rebounder Jakob Poeltl is sidelined. The Raptors' leading scorer, R.J. Barrett, along with 2 other players, is listed as questionable for the upcoming matchup. On the other hand, the Denver Nuggets enter the game with a full and healthy squad. Statistically, the Denver Nuggets exhibit impressive numbers, ranking 4th in field goal shooting percentage and 13th in three-point shooting percentage. Their defensive prowess is evident in holding opponents to the 8th lowest field goal shooting percentage and 13th lowest three-point shooting percentage. The Nuggets boast the 7th fewest points allowed per game in the NBA at 110.5. In contrast, the Toronto Raptors have struggled, failing to cover the spread in 5 of their last 6 games overall and in 12 of their last 17 head-to-head matchups against Denver. The Nuggets, on the other hand, have covered the spread in 7 of their last 9 games. As the Nuggets maintain a solid 16-16 against the spread record at home this season, they emerge as a formidable force against the injury-riddled Raptors. Denver's recent success, winning 8 of their last 9 games, contrasts sharply with Toronto's struggles, losing 5 of their last 6 games. The Nuggets, with their star players performing at a high level, are honing their playoff form. In contrast, the Raptors face a confidence hit after losing to the depleted Trail Blazers in their last outing. The stark contrast in form and confidence sets the stage for a challenging matchup for Toronto. The Denver Nuggets' dominance at home is undeniable, boasting a 26-6 straight-up record this season. Their recent track record includes covering the spread in 7 of their last 9 games overall. In contrast, the Toronto Raptors find themselves in a precarious situation, losing games consistently and grappling with injuries to key players. The absence of Scotty Barnes, potential absences of Bruce Brown, R.J. Barrett, and Chris Boucher, coupled with the current line, suggests a challenging scenario for the Raptors. Despite the sizable line, the Nuggets, especially at home, possess the potential for a blowout victory against a depleted Toronto team. So the Denver Nuggets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Turning our attention to the total, historical trends indicate that the over has prevailed in 7 of Denver's last 9 games against Toronto, and in 6 of Denver's last 7 home games against Toronto. Similarly, the over has been a consistent outcome in 7 of Toronto's last 8 road games overall. Examining offensive and defensive efficiencies, Denver ranks 8th in offensive efficiency at 115.3, while Toronto disappointingly occupies the 23rd spot in defensive efficiency at 115.1. Considering these statistics, the outlook favors the total surpassing the projected mark. Thus, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Celtics versus Portland Trail Blazers. The NBA season continues its relentless pace, showcasing an intriguing cross-conference matchup scheduled for Monday night. featuring the Boston Celtics and the Portland Trail Blazers. Currently leading the Eastern Conference with a record of 49-14, the Boston Celtics are set to face the 18-45 Portland Trail Blazers. In recent weeks, the Boston Celtics have been riding a wave of success, securing victories in 12 of their last 14 games. Their impressive form was underscored by a significant road win against the Suns, with a final score of 117-107 on Saturday. Jason Tatum played a pivotal role, contributing 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Jaylen Brown added 27 points and Jrue Holiday chipped in with 15 points and 6 assists. The Celtics demonstrated their offensive prowess by shooting 48% from the field and connecting on 15 of 39 attempts from beyond the arc. Despite a solid start and building an early 15-point lead, the game hung in the balance until the fourth quarter when the Celtics executed a final push to secure a 15-point lead and ultimately seal the victory. On the other side of the court, the Portland Trail Blazers have maintained a decent performance, splitting their last 6 games. Seeking to build momentum, they clinched a hard-fought 128-118 overtime win against the Raptors on Saturday. DeAndre Ayton led the charge with an impressive 30 points and 19 rebounds, supported by Delano Banton's 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, along with Anthony Simons' 23 points and 7 assists. Despite shooting 47% from the field and 16 of 40 from beyond the arc, the Trail Blazers faced a challenging moment when they squandered a 21-point lead. However, they regrouped in overtime, holding the Raptors to just 5 points and securing the victory on their home court. The injury report reveals that the Celtics remain shorthanded, with Kristaps Porzingis ruled out, and Jrue Holiday, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown all listed as questionable. Similarly, the Trail Blazers continue to face challenges with an injury-depleted roster. Considering the potential shorthanded situation for the Celtics, it is advisable to check the lineups before tip-off. In such circumstances, the Trail Blazers are poised to capitalize and possibly secure a minor upset at home. Therefore, the Portland Trail Blazers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full-game side pick. Conversely, the offensive firepower of the Boston Celtics is expected to exploit the vulnerabilities in Portland's defense. Averaging 121 points per game, the Celtics are known for their scoring prowess and could potentially reach the 130-point mark in this matchup. On the Trail Blazers' end, they have consistently scored over 107 points in their last 6 games, averaging 116 points per game during this stretch. Additionally, historical trends indicate a high-scoring trend in meetings between these two teams in Portland, with the over hitting in 7 out of the last 8 matchups. Therefore, over the projected total is our full-game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.